Greetings. 120 years ago, Mr. Yang Qichao, a foremost intellectual leader of China, wrote an essay with a now well-known saying, "Today's responsibilities lies with the youth." Mr. Yang's incisive argument holds true to this day. The world, especially its 1.8 billion young people aged between 10 to 24, face critical juncture in human history. The COVID-19 pandemic, the climate crisis, conflicts, and rising inequalities all threaten global progress towards the transformative change we need to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. At the same time, close to 90% of young people live in developing countries. Amongst those aged between 15 to 24, some 500 million live on less than $2 a day, and over 73 million are unemployed. 2 years after the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, 405 million students are still out of school and are at risk of dropping out. I quote the United Nations Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, in his message at the Economic and Social Council Youth Forum this April. And he talked about young people and their needs, which are at the forefront of our efforts to secure a more inclusive, peaceful, and prosperous future for all. In China and around the world, we have seen young people stand up and take on this honorable responsibility. They are amongst the frontline workers responding to the pandemic, the innovators developing new solutions to global challenges, and the volunteers in the field empowering others while saving lives. But young people do not shoulder this responsibility alone. They need supporters, partners, and allies. That is why the United Nations launched its first youth strategy in 2018 to work for and with young people. The UN Secretary General's report on our common agenda reaffirms our commitment to empower young people and mobilize them towards more networked and inclusive multilateralism. The United Nations in China works closely with and for young people in many different areas such as vocational skills, training, delivery of quality education, capacity building towards climate action, with a particular focus on youth and vulnerable groups in order to leave no one behind. We also work to support China's international development efforts in aid of young people, especially in Africa, through South-South cooperation. To implement the United Nations Youth Strategy, the United Nations in China has established a theme group on youth dedicated to engaging and empowering young people on the Sustainable Development Goals and learning from their insights and ideas. The theme group on youth is planning to launch the Generation Unlimited initiative in China as a part of a global program to help young people prepare for their careers, realize their dreams, and create enduring social impact. Ladies and gentlemen, the youth are our future. How young people understand the world and how they will change it will shape our planet in the coming decades. As President Xi Jinping said, and I quote, "A nation will be full of hope and a great tomorrow when its younger generations have ideals, ability, and a strong sense of responsibility." End of quote. I wish this conference great success. Thank you very much.